if your opponent can't deal with Hero's Cape, it's really, really strong. Takes your 300 HP stage 1 and turns it into 400 HP. How's it going, everybody? My name is Taro. I'm a VTuber and I love playing Pokemon TCG. So here we go. This is my first video. I'm doing a little bit of a deck showcase. I didn't come up with this list, but this was a list that got first place at a city league in Japan. And it's an Archaludon list, which is a little bit different from the rest of the meta. We've got Munkidori combo with Risky Ruins, so you're able to bench stuff, get some damage on the field, and then immediately Munkidori move that damage over. Risky Ruins really does add a lot to the deck. So I hope you guys enjoy and try it out for yourself. I always pick heads, so heads it is. And yeah, there we go. But I mean, I guess Archaludon, it doesn't really matter because you want to go first anyways. So you can get the Evo turn 2. Let's start Duraludon. We'll save the Munkidori for later. We really don't know what they're playing yet, and we don't know if Munkidori is actually going to be useful or if it's actually just a fraud. So we'll hold off. We're going first anyways. We don't have to worry about getting donked. We can save the Munkidori. We see a Screamtail, and we know it's going to be a Gardevoir, which means it's probably going to be useful to get the Munkidori down. I do want to attach a Metal Energy, but it's more important that we get that Dark Energy out of the way because we can reattach with Archaludon once we get it. There's a second Duraludon. Let's go Earthen Vessel. We'll trash that vessel. Grab 2 metals. And let's see. We've got 2 in here already. So let's actually go... oh gosh, this kind of sucks. You know what? Do we have Squawk? If we have Squawk, I'll go deeper. Because it gives us more opportunity to draw an Archaludon. There we go, Archaludon and a Metal Energy, and we are perfect for next turn. Just in case we get item locked, I'm gonna go Pokégear right now. And that gives us an Iono, which is again good for next turn. Risky Ruins, that's good to get some little bit of residual damage. I mean, I guess because I'm playing against Gardevoir, that's not necessarily great. And I guess the math doesn't really matter either way, huh? So I guess that was a little bit of a misplay. Probably should have saved it for a stadium bump. Alright, so Nest Ball. What are they grabbing? Oh, Ralts. Okay. 20 damage from the Risky Ruins. Yeah, again, I don't really have any bench snipe, so it's not really that important for me. I mean, I guess Munkidori move is important. So I could have gone Risky Ruins, then play Squawk, or I guess I just got it in hand, so I couldn't have done that. But it might matter with Munkidori, but we'll see. Probably going to see an Arven here for another Nest Ball, or for a Secret Box. Probably Secret Box plus TM Evo, if I'd assume. But again, we don't know what they're cooking up. Maybe they'll go Buddy Poppin'. I don't know. There's a Secret Box. We're going to see a Vessel before the box. Or are we going to see Energy Discard? What are we going to see? Because they're definitely going to be playing... Ooh, that's a major misplay right there. Putting the Bravery Charm on so early. Because now they can't TM Evo. There's the slap. You can't TM Evo. I wonder. We are actually in a really, really good position. Let's move that 30 over to the Ralts, because that's where it matters. Attach the energy. Evo to Arch. Grab the energy from discard. We actually have 4 energy in discard, so I feel pretty comfortable evolving the second Arch as well. And then I think I would go for a Carmine, just because I don't want to refresh their hand, because it seems a little bit dead. I mean, they have a secret... they have Secret Box, right? And they haven't used it? Have they not used Secret Box? They Arvined for Secret Box and then didn't use it. So actually the correct play here would be straight up, I mean, I want to bench Relicanth first, but straight up just Iono to get rid of that Secret Box. Because it prevents the rare candy play unless they naturally withdraw into it. Could Night Stretcher Energy, don't need to. Nest Ball doesn't really grab me anything. I mean, I could grab, I don't really need to. I think it just makes the most sense here to just go Metal Defender and take the knockout. No boss, no nothing. So we just take it. There's Fez. Let's see what they go for. They've got a single Routes on the field, 20 damage. I can Munkidori the damage across if they don't Evo here. They're playing the old Routes, which means that they're probably playing with an old list. Plop down the Arzon, probably going for another Routes, knowing this one's going to get knocked out. Fez flip the script. That seems about right. I don't know. Let's see, they already flipped the script, then they played Artisan. Got it. 8 cards in hand, they grab a Munkidori. Surely they have a Dark Energy in hand. Okay, there's the Squawk promote. If they don't have a Dark Energy in hand, then they're actually kind of throwing. There's the Iono. Got a good chance to draw into something that gives me energy. Still a pretty good chance. I like my chances with the research. Do I want a Pokégear to shuffle the deck? Probably not. Although, an Arven? Hold on, let me check the deck list. There is no Arven in here, but there is a Turo, so it's probably best to Pokégear first before researching, just in case I hit a Turo. Which this deck plays 2 copies of. There's none in here, so there should be 2 in there unless one of them is prized. There's the Adrenabrain, 30 onto what? Because I'm just going to send it back. Onto the Relicanth, okay. And now it's my turn. And we draw an Arch, which is not bad. We don't need Psyduck for this matchup. We don't need the Mawile yet. And nothing got knocked out, so Duraludon's probably the safest bench here. We got ourselves a boss. I probably shouldn't have grabbed it. Because I have to research it away. Which is a little unfortunate. But, hey, you know, there's the energy. There's a Hero's Cape. We're doing great. There's a Night Stretcher. We're not doing too bad. Let's get rid of that Carmine since we have 2 research in hand. Grab the 1 energy left in deck. Let's retreat this. I know we got 30 damage that we can move somewhere, or we can just hold on to. Let's put the cape there for 400. And I really don't want them to ping pong the energy or the damage back, so I think I'm just going to stack it on Curlia. And then... oh, I chose the wrong Arch. I chose the wrong Arch. We're gonna hammer in. Missed the KO because I promoted the wrong Arch. It's alright. They can't deal with both Arches. One's got 400 health, one's got 300. They could get out a Guardy, but if they smack me, then I immediately smack back for KO with what is called Raging Hammer. I mean, they could Adrenabrain twice, but it also really doesn't help at all, so we might see a retreat. I don't know what they would retreat into the Ralts. At least 1 monkey damage move, right? I assume. Or have they just given up? Because even though I misplayed pretty badly, their board state's not looking too great. There's a TM Evo. So we're going to see at least another Ralts. Or another Curly, excuse me. Unless they draw into it, which that'd be kind of funny. If they... Well, they drew into the Gardevoir. But now they have to decide, do they want to go for the Miracle Force and give me KO on their Guardy, or do they want to go for TM Evo? Because either way, I've got it. Because I've got Munkidori move, I've got Night Stretcher for another energy, so... I've got KO no matter what. The question is, do they want to put damage on me? Or do they want to get a second Guardy on the board? There's a Clefairy. I think I've burnt through both of my... I burnt through one boss. So... They can move... They can only move 30 damage, right? And then... They have Psychic and Discard? They do. So they can actually... They can actually attack. But Psychic Embrace... Actually, with Psychic Embrace, I might not have to move... Or Monkey move the damage onto the Guardy. I can just ping it somewhere on their board. Because most likely, if they get out a Screamtail, they'll be able to bench snipe my Relicanth anyways. So it makes sense to just ping the damage wherever. Even if it gets moved back with Munkidori. Okay, there's that. I secure KO with, what is the move called? With Raging Hammer. Honestly, either way secures it. Because they're at 90. So, what we can do here is we can actually go... Here, we're going to go for the play that I was planning. Grab the basic metal, let's attach it to that arch. And we could Ultra Ball. I don't really see much to Ultra Ball for, though, because we don't have the bench space. We don't really have anything ready to go. So I think all I'm going to do is... Actually, Monkey moving this onto their active Guardy makes it so that they need 2 Monkey moves plus a Guardy attack in order to KO me. It also keeps me out of just straight up Mew range. So let's go for the Raging Hammer. Let's get the KO, and they'll be stuck without a Guardy for at least a little bit. We're gonna see the Mew promote here just for the free retreat. And then even if they do Mew step up and then Metal Defender me, it's actually, how does Mew work? Can it use the pre-Evo moves through Relicanth? That's a situation that's never come up for me, but it'd be interesting to see if it could. Either way, though, it doesn't have any damage on it, so it's not worth for them to use it over Metal Defender. I'm surprised they stepped up the Curlia. How much does Clefairy do with loaded bench? It does 220? 220, yeah. So it doesn't make a difference either way, whether they have a Clefairy or not. They've been doing a lot of actions. Research, Vessel. Alright. Ultra Ball. And what are you planning? You are bench locked. You're gonna get a Gardevoir, but then you don't have a follow-up Gardevoir for next turn. So... I don't know what to tell you. Because if they swing and they don't KO, my Arch can just Raging Hammer and then get the knockout. What did they grab? They grabbed a Guardy, so they're going Guardy for sure. The question is whether they're going Clefairy or they're gonna keep Guardy in play. Super Rod, I assume the Screamtail for sure. Just so that they have that option later on with Artisan. And Guardy Line. I'd assume they double attach, retreat into Clefairy, Munkidori the damage across, and then Clefairy for knockout. Let's see, it's 220 plus 160, that's 380, so they just need 1 Munkidori if they do that. And then they've got 30 damage more to ping somewhere else. Now, it does still leave them with a 2-prizer inactive, which is what I want to see, because being on 3 prizes, all I have to do then is just knock out anything. I do have a Duraludon all ready to go. So, I mean, I could even Turo up the other Archaludon and then put in a Mawile to get a KO if they leave Gardevoir inactive. Which is a little bit risky. But they won't have Gardevoir next turn, which means they won't be able to attack with Clefairy. And they won't have damage in play for Clefairy either. So it looks like that's a play they're going to go for. So what I can do is actually, I'm just going to step up this Arch, because that's the safest option. Before I do anything, I definitely want to go Ultra Ball. There's a Fez, that's going to be good if I don't have it. Let's see, Gosh, I should have done the math. Okay, so I've taken 3 prizes. Mawile is his prize, so it doesn't even matter there. Let's go Hyper Blower. Why not? Let's go for Iron Bundle. That secures us a KO no matter what, and then it will put us back on even pricing. So, I mean, I could have gotten it through Artisan, but it doesn't really matter either way. So either they give up a Munkidori or they give up a 2-prizer. Which I think they're going to give up a Munkidori because I could just go KO, Gust KO, and then win. Yep, there's the Munkidori. What do we have in here? We've got one boss in there. Do I want to go Turo? There's no reason to Turo except Fez, and then Turo the Fez back up. I could also Turo the Relicanth over, but that's not going to do much. We're going to move this 30 just to clear the damage. Oop. Just to clear the damage. And then I have to decide, do I want to play Fez, Turo, pick up? I think it's... Either way, I'd be losing my hand, so it's probably best to actually do that play. Just the Fez for 3. Turo to pick up the Fez. And then go for the KO. How many Turos do we have in here? We have 1. I'm going to go ahead and Pal Pad. We're going to bring back the Turo and the boss, because those are going to be useful for the final prize. Now, I could Arch here, but I do want to leave the option open. So I might not. I can Artisan just to check what I have in deck. Do have a Duraludon, we've got a Munkidori. So what I'm hoping here is I'm fishing for the Mawile. If I can get the Mawile off of this prize, then we're pretty good. We're in a good situation. If I can't, then I'll just step up Arch if they knock out Arch. But there's nothing that they have that can knock me out. So I'm pretty safe. I mean, they could go for Iono, but they're not going to knock out my Arch either way. Best they can really do is probably counter catcher Squawk, but then I still attack and I win. Actually, I have 2 bosses in deck. I've got a Pokégear in hand, Research in hand. Which I know I can't play Research and boss, but it can dig me into a boss. Plus I've got Fez. So even if they do counter catcher Squawk, KO, it lets me dig pretty deep into the deck. 3 with Fez and then another 7 with Pokégear out of 13. So it's basically guaranteed that I get boss next turn, which is all I need. So that's GG. And I'm just going to wait for them to make their move. Munkidori, what are you going to do? Move 6 damage counters onto something? You're not taking a KO either way. You can do 220, and then Munkidori moves 60, but that's it. So max you can do is 280? You can also do 220 through Mew, but yeah, that's all you can do. I mean, you can Mind Bend. But, again, all I need is boss. Boss and maybe a stretcher. Used to. Okay, there's the counter catcher onto the Squawk. And I think that's GG. What do they grab? Ultra Ball for rolls. Alright. Go ahead. Miracle Force. Or they could camp me inactive? But I do have... Okay, that... Iono to 2. That kind of sucks. But there's the boss. The Iono into the boss is crazy work. Again, play out your turn. Honestly, the best thing that they could do is just park my Squawk inactive. I don't play Latias, so I can't get it out. So I just have to raw draw into an energy if they just keep my Squawk inactive. But it also doesn't let them progress the board state, so eventually I win. Psychic Embrace, you're going to move 60 damage to something. What, are they going to, like, attach and then retreat and then attach again? Like, is that their strat? Is just 60 monkey damage every turn? That's like their only way to win. There you go, there's the 60 damage. I don't believe they've attached for turn, so if they get another dark, they can attach. No, they have attached for turn. So they can just move 30. That's it. If I wanted to be mean, honestly, if they don't get the knockout and I don't get the energy, it might be good to just boss up the Fez. They take the knockout anyways. Alright, so here you go. Boss for game, GG. And boom. 440 damage on that Clefairy. I'm still in Great Ball, so technically I could be playing against newer players, but the rank reset also just happened, I think, yesterday. So the fact that we're facing off against somebody in Ultra Ball kind of shows a lot, at least for now. Because somebody who's Ultra Ball most likely was Master Ball and then re-ranked up to Ultra Ball from Great Ball in just one day. Which means either they're playing a donk deck or they're pretty good at the game. But we'll see. Your opponent will go first. We're probably playing against donk in that case. So, I mean, I guess we have to bench Munkidori and that's it. Nothing else we can really do here. Alright. Can you take out my Munkidori turn 1? I know with Pecharunt, max is 80. With Burn, that puts it up to 100. And then I guess an Iron Valiant move puts it up to 120. And then you can donk that way, but that is a lot of stuff. There's Scyther. Okay, so that means we're playing against Gholdengo. Because nothing else in format plays Scyther. Oh man, I wish I had a donk. Okay, let's see. We have the Munkidori active. So we might as well take advantage of the Risky Ruins before we play anything. Actually, I do want to keep my Squawk at full health. So we're going to go grab 2 energy. We're going to attach a Dark to the Munkidori just so we can start moving damage across the board. We're going to bench that. We're going to Risky Ruins. Then, I mean, I do want to research first before I Squawk and Seize, just to get me some more cards. I wasn't guaranteed a research either way. There's another Munkidori. I could draw into another Dark. Maybe that's just the strat. But we are playing against Gholdengo, so I don't think I'm going to need more than 1 Munkidori. We can't attach more than 1 per turn anyway. The Mawile, it kind of feels bad to trash. Same with the Pal Pad. So we're going to Pal Pad back the boss in the research. Yeah, let's trash the hand. Squawk and Seize. Grabs me. Duraludon, that's what I want to see. We've got a Pokégear, which we could use, but we really don't need to. Same with the Night Stretcher. We'll hold off for now. We've got an Ultra Ball in hand, and we can also just move 20 damage across right now. So next turn we have damage move plus retreat, plus attach, plus arch. So we got 220 damage, technically like 240 damage on board. They could knock out Munkidori, but if they do that, I don't know what their follow-up play is. There's a Poffin, probably putting down 2 Gimme Ghouls. Yep. They're taking 20 damage each, which means if I can actually get 30 monkey damage move over there, I can knock out that Gimme Ghoul. Which means that I need the second Munkidori. So if I draw a Dark, then we're doing that play. I mean, we didn't. We do have a Carmine in hand. We also have a Pokégear, so I'm going to Pokégear, hope for... Nope. I was going to hope for Research instead of the Carmine. Do I want to Night Stretcher? I think I do. Yeah, okay. Let's, Oh, this is so risky. Let's Night Stretcher the monkey back. We're going to plop that on the bench. We're going to Ultra Ball away both of these. We're going to grab the Arch. It might be good to bundle, but it's too late for that. Throw that Arch down. Worst case, we have 20 damage move. Best case, we have Gimme Ghoul knockout. There's Gimme Ghoul knockout. The question is... Oh, and we have Relicanth attack. So we're in a really good spot right here. Do I have... I have another metal in discard. So... Oh gosh, this is risky. But I can actually just do this and grab another Arch. Although, again, I probably should have just used Relicanth. But now that we have another Arch, we can do... Look, I'm stuttering. We can grab a single energy and attach it to this Arch. We can attach a Darkness here. We can go Adrenabrain 20 to that benched Gimme Ghoul. And then Adrenabrain another 20 to that benched Gimme Ghoul. That gets us a knockout. Gives us another card, see what we're working with. Another Duraludon, that's good. That's always nice, especially since we have a Arch with 0 energy. Let's retreat. This was a really risky play, and if they can knock me out with Gholdengo, then I'm not in a good spot. But they do also have a board with a single Gimme Ghoul on board, so we'll see. There's an Arch off the prizes. That's perfect. We can Arch. If this thing gets knocked out, we Arch for 2 energies, we research, and then hopefully we draw another energy. There's a Genesect, which means that they get guaranteed Gholdengo. And there's the Metallic Signal, so they can... I guess I had a Gholdengo in hand. So they're just thinning here. Coin bonus for 2. There's the E-Search Pro. So they definitely have knockout here because they just need 6 energies. I guess 7 with attach. They're 6. So if they get 1 more energy, or if they have 1 more energy, then they've got knockout. But again, that's fine because we've got Arch. We've got Arch Research. If they don't take knockout, though, then they are gonna have a fun time. Because I can monkey move and I can smack, so then that's gonna get knockout on Gholdengo. Flip the script. Surely they have enough energy now, right? There's Arvin. What, are you gonna get a Earthen Vessel? Buddy Poffin. Setting up for next turn. Okay, I respect that. Buddy Poffin for 1 Gimme Ghoul, 2 Gimme Ghouls. Because I only knocked out 1. Alright, there's 1 energy. And then we need to see 6 more. Which, obviously, if they're attacking, they've got it. There you go. I'm going to promote this Arch just because it's full health. I know I'm going to monkey move the 20 damage anyways. But it's just better to move that up front in case I misplay. Because, I mean... Oh, there's a Night Stretcher. This is actually perfect. Do I want a Night Stretcher for Dark Energy? How many have I used? That's a big question. I've used one Night Stretcher, which means I don't have to Night Stretcher for Dark. I'd rather just guarantee the attack. So now we can move 2 of these to the Active Arch, go Night Stretcher for another metal, put that there, and research 0 for 7. Now, I mean, I guess they could have Tool Scrapper in hand, so I don't really want to play Cape yet. We've got a Night Stretcher in hand, but we already attached for turn. I can bench another Arch, which I really need to do because that Arch is kind of a bench sitter at the moment. And then we're going to move 20 from... Honestly, let's move 20 from the Duraludon onto the Dengo. And then we go 220 for knockout. Now, the reason I move the damage is that if they go for Duraludon knockout instead of Archaludon, there's nothing I can really follow up with because the Arch doesn't have any energy attached. So I want to keep this Duraludon as healthy as I can. There's a Stadium Bump for Levincia. A little bit late on that, but... There's a Dengo. And yeah, they grabbed 2. So there's the second Dengo. What are we going to see? Flip the script. And unless you have double... I mean, I guess you just need 1 retrieval plus a metal. But you might need 2. We'll see. Thinning out. Okay. Reshuffling the deck for... I don't know why. But I guess just making sure the Buddy Poffins don't go back to the bottom of the deck if they get Iono'd. Now, people don't really think about it, but Gholdengo is really susceptible to Iono. If you're able to kind of destroy their hand and take out their active Dengo, then they don't really have a play. All right, what do we got going on? Ultra Ball, or excuse me, Superior, grabbing 4. So they get the knockout here. How many energies do they get to hand? They got 4. They attached, and then they get 2 more with Levincia. Just 1? Did they grab the wrong energy? No, they didn't. They just have 1. Okay, so you have knockout right here. Okay. And I definitely do want to Iono. It's going to put me down to 2 as well, which kind of sucks, but it's not really a big deal. We'll promote the Duraludon. And I think the first thing I want to do is Munkidori move the damage so I don't forget. Alright, so Monkey move 20 to there. We'll go and we'll cape this. We'll attach this. We'll arch this. Grab 2 energies. Boom, boom. And then we could Turo the arch. That would be pretty good. Gives us a follow-up play, except we don't care about follow-ups because if they knock us out, then they just win. So in this situation, we can't attach energy, so there's no point grabbing energy from discard. We could have gone Mega Mawile, in fact, which that probably would have been the correct play. But it's too late for the correct play, so we're just gonna go for Iono down to 2. Which means they get 2 Iono, 1 draw, and 1 monkey. Or not 1 monkey. 2 Iono, 1 draw, 2 Gholdengo. They get 3 Fez. It doesn't matter though, because I just have knockout. What am I doing? I have a knockout, it takes 2 prizes and win. I don't have to care about next turn. There it is. Boom. What am I doing? I'm playing for the 8 prize game.